What's up, you majestic what the fucks? This is The Inner Idiot. You heard the music. That's right, you know what time it is. Parents, put your ugly ass kids to bed. It's The Inner Idiot. November 4th, 2000 shitty. Whether you're chasing the election polls or sliding down stripper poles, we got you covered today.
Yeah.
That's right. You hear him. You love him. My co-host is always Lord Shorty Hoffman. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Yeah, I'm here, ready to go.
Right. Unlike our country.
Yeah. It's only gonna be a minute. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Probably not.
What you
We're
read?
fucked.
Chick-fil-A would have had this shit done by now.
Yes, they would. Chick-fil-A's drive-thru's the fucking tits, dog.
It really is. I went through Raising Cane's the other day, and they were on it too, because that
Really?
motherfucking line was wrapped around the building twice. And that was my first time having Raising Cane's. It's pretty good.
See, I've only ever eaten inside, so I don't know how fast their drive-thru is. But I feel like I could test this theory.
Yeah, it was worth the wait. I mean, it wasn't even that long.
Hell yeah. I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, November 4th, we still don't know who the fuck our president's gonna be.
Nope.
That's alright. They're all shit shows. But, seeing as how yesterday was election day, I figured we could do an episode, a presidential episode, if you will.
Sure.
We'll see how it goes. I promise. I said this once, but maybe this will be the last political episode for a while.
For a while.
Alright. So let's get into today's top 5. Top 5 requirements by me to be our president. Number 5. You gotta have a firm handshake.
Solid.
When this president shakes a man's hand, I want the woman next to him, I want her panties to get moist.
Golly.
I want this man to have to get an ice pack after shaking the president's hand.
All right.
I mean, that's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Gotta have a firm
You know what I
handshake.
fucking hate is when the people like shake your hand and they like cut you off and just grab your fucking fingers. Like they want to be stupid firm.
Right.
So in anticipation, they fucking crush your hand.
Right.
I fucking hate that shit. And like if they do that, dude, I swear to God, every time I curtsy. I'm like, oh well, thank you, sir. And they're like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, quit cutting my hand off, dog. I was like, you fucking snapping that bitch. Like,
Right.
Get there.
Thin squeeze.
Pin squeeze.
Number 4. You must be from Texas.
Oh Jesus.
Look, man. I've never personally been to Texas, all right? But everybody I know from Texas is some American-ass motherfuckers.
Sure.
And not only that, if aliens ever come down to this fucking earth and they're like bugs, right? So a little bug here is a big bug in Texas, right? A big bug here is a holy fuck bug in Texas.
I mean, so they say. A belt buckle here is a big belt buckle in Texas.
Right. So I'm just saying, if aliens come and they're like all buggy and shit, some shit pops off, I need to know my president brought his can of Raid.
But if they show up looking like bugs, are we going to assume they're actually bugs or aliens? Like, because I mean, they just mean like, that there's a Texas fly.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the ship would give it away.
Maybe. I don't know.
If they
Depends
ain't-
on where they land, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, plus you got a bunch of crazy ass like rednecks and shit. I don't know. I've met a few people from Texas and they're all fucking weird.
I mean,
I ain't knocking them, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Like, there's pieces of shit in every state. So,
this is true.
whatever.
Number 3, you must be between 40 and 49. Here's why. All right.
Okay.
At 40, I feel like you're just becoming an adult. At least I hope I'm an adult by 40. But you're just out of that age where you still know what the young people need, right? And you're old enough at this point to know a little bit what the older people need. I don't need a 70-year-old president forgetting to take his fucking Geritol or memory pills or whatever the fuck he needs to fucking do his goddamn job.
Memory pills?
I don't know. They make that shit. Google it. Google it up.
I was about to
after
say,
the show.
I'm a fucking need it, dog. Because, like, I'm a forgetful motherfucker.
Now, look, there's a couple exceptions to this rule.
Okay.
For one, Keanu Reeves, if he wants to be my goddamn president and he's going to love me like John Wick loved that goddamn dog, I am all about it. Dude, Keanu Reeves, he's a fucking godsend.
Yeah.
Betty White, she wants to become president. Fuck it. Run it. Let's do it.
You know what's funny is, like, every year you have, like, or every election you have a celebrity that's like, oh, I'm gonna run for president. Like, what was it? Like, there was one year it was like Roseanne
Oh,
or
God.
whatever. She ran, and then there was another. Fuck, who's the other fat ugly bitch? You fucking.
Was it Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah. That's the other
you
one.
said fat ugly bitch, so I was like,
That's exactly who it is. It might not even been Roseanne that I'm thinking of. It might be Rosie O'Donnell. I couldn't think of him. But yeah, like they ran for president. So like, and then this year's fucking
Kanye.
Kanye, that's his name. I was about to say Keanu because you said it. But yeah, like that motherfucker. Like I've seen memes online or whatever. It's like not Keanu. God bless. Kanye, that guy wins the presidential election, and he's like Googling what does a president do.
Right. Dude, speaking of Kanye, you know goddamn well fucking Kardashian is gonna run next year. Watch. We're due for some fucked up shit like that.
Isn't Kim or somebody a lawyer?
Knows their father.
Oh, somebody was like, oh.
Represented OJ.
Yeah, I knew that. Like, yeah, I knew that. But somebody was like, oh, yeah, so-and-so Kardashian's a lawyer. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like, they're all retarded.
I feel retarded for just bringing up the Kardashians, honestly.
All right, well, I'm glad you do.
I lost a few brain cells. Number 2, they must have the most majestic of majestic mustaches. I want, like, a Dom Fry mustache on my president. Right? Like, you don't even know if that motherfucker's got lips under there. Like, it's just magical. Like, you can't tell he's talking. His face is moving, but all you see is mustache and sounds coming out of the mustache.
It's like one of those, like, early 90s cartoons or whatever where they don't have a mouth, it's just a moving mustache.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it.
I'm down.
Dude, mustaches are authoritative.
What was his name? Maverick or whatever? Is he the guy with the big-ass mustache?
Fuck, Maverick? I don't know.
Fucking, I don't remember. I don't know.
Whoever it was, mustache.
Steve Harvey.
Hey, Steve Harvey would do a better job than what we got fucking now.
I don't know. Steve Harvey's a wackadoo.
He is a wackadoo, but I mean, he seems like a very intelligent, thoughtful wackadoo at times.
Maybe. Solid maybe.
So, number 1
Oh boy.
on the list is you must have a fucking mistress. Here's why. Let's do a little role playing. We're going to go over 2 scenarios, okay? You play the vice president. I'll play the president. So in the first scenario, I'm going to be the limp handshake, fucking limp dick. So sexually frustrated, I done punched a clown in every fucking bathroom in the White House and fucking jerked my gherkin in every single passageway. I'm sitting in the Oval Office, and you're going to come in, and your line is really simple. Mr. President, Putin called your mama hoe.
He
Okay.
called your mama a hoe?
Yeah, so that's the scene, all right? You ready?
Okay.
All right. Run it.
Mr. President, Putin called your mama a hoe?
What? Are you fucking serious? My mom's a goddamn saint. Listen, take a note. This is what I want you to do, champ. I want you to get the biggest fucking cruise missile we got. I want you to make a paper mache Statue of Liberty around this motherfucker, and I want you to slap a goddamn U.S. flag sticker on it. All right? You know what? Scratch that. Make the Statue of Liberty topless. And then instead of 1 American flag sticker, I'm going to need you to take 2. And I'm going to need you to slap it right over her titties. All right? So we get to see the titties. We don't need nobody else seeing the titties. And then I want you to take this goddamn missile. And I want you to fire it right at his fucking house. But make sure you go see Joe Exotic. Get the biggest motherfucking bald eagle he's got on whatever fucking fucked up zoo he's running at the time. And I want this bald eagle, I want it to ride it all the way to Putin's house. So Putin can be sitting there and he'll see the fucking my freedom flavored boom bitch coming right at him with no fucking shirt on, but her titties are covered with the American flag. Can you do that for me, VP?
I mean, yes.
And scene.
Okay, so real quick, what does that have to fucking do with a goddamn mistress?
I'm about to show you. Now, listeners, that was scary, right? You don't want that. So here we're going to run the scene again, okay? But this time, I'm going to play the firm handshake, mustache having Texan with a mistress. VP's going to come in and tell me that, you know, what Putin said. But what he doesn't know is I got Susie from accounting under the fucking desk taking a fucking throat hoagie as we're speaking. All right, and go.
Mr. President, Putin has said your mama is a hoe.
What? There's no way. My mom was a nice woman. She was a little promiscuous, but she was a nice woman. Let's see. What can we do about this? You know,
Jesus Christ.
Here's what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to go see the First Lady, champ. All right? And I'm going to need you to have her bake her special cookies. And you're looking a little riled up today, so I'm going to need you to eat a couple of them special cookies. After you get the special cookies, I'm going to need you to go down to the kitchen. I'm going to need you to make Putin a sandwich. All right? Not on wheat bread, not on white bread, not on rye bread. No, make sure it's on white bread. Okay? Don't nobody want a sandwich on wheat or rye. We need to make the man happy, all right? You know, as a matter of fact, make it butternut. Butternut bread. Everybody needs some good butternut. The rest of the ingredients, it's on you. You make a good sandwich, sir. I have faith in you. Then I need you to fly your ass over to Putin. Okay? Get there, give him the cookies, give him the sandwich. He's going to be happy. Explain to him that my mother was a nice woman. And say, hey, let's have a peace summit. All right? You know what? Take Susie from accounting with you. She is a wonderful people person. And scene.
Okay, so your whole argument is the fact that he's going to chill the fuck out and send somebody munchies because he's getting his dick sucked in the fucking Oval Office.
Look, that's just one scenario.
I mean, obviously it just shows that, like, let's see, who is it? Bill Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a chill motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting to blowies in the Ovies.
Exactly. Happy presidents means happy residents.
I mean, I suppose so, and I mean, you're right, but, like, I don't think you need a mistress. You just need a fucking, like,
if you can
wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump seems happy, but he's also paying for his wife. Like,
he's out there grabbing pussies too. Shit.
Right.
Look, if you can balance two women, you can balance the goddamn budget. If you can please...
See, I don't fucking buy that one bit because I know some broke motherfuckers balancing like 5 bitches, and it's all because they pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't a damn one of them motherfuckers that I'd vote for. You know what I'm saying?
If you can please 2 women, you can please 368 idiots.
Yeah, I can please 2 women with an amount of money, but I don't know, man. I don't agree, but whatever.
I'm just saying.
That's okay, dog. That's okay.
All right. Well, on that note, let's take a little break for our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Dope. Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we're back. On this day in history, November 4th, 1922, Howard Carter discovers the tomb of King Tut.
Yep.
So, like, there's a bunch of interesting facts about King Tut. I don't really know them all. I know he married his half-sister. They had 2 stillborn babies. Mm-hmm. That's some creepy shit.
He's the, from what I remember, from what I've read or whatever, he was the last of his royal family line, and that's kind of where the Tut dynasty, I believe it's called, or just the dynasty of whatever the fuck their surname would be, ended, like right there. It was the 18th dynasty, and he's also
he was 19 when he passed.
Yeah, 19. He was also one of the youngest pharaohs. Like, he took over power when he was like 8 or 9 or some shit.
Dude, I was still picking my nose and eating it at that age. Could you imagine running shit?
I mean, no. I mean, it'd be kind of like one of those things where, like, oh, sir, you're going to have to go to bed without dinner if you don't start behaving. Off with his head. You know? And it, like, actually had weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say off with his head, and the motherfuckers are like, well, I guess we're killing this bitch. How dare you send the pharaoh to bed with no dinner?
How do you not piss off an 8 or a 9-year-old? How does that work?
How do you not do it?
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, it's just handing video games and munchies. You know what I'm saying? Like, my 9-year-old nephew, like, I'd shut him up with a video game.
I got a 9-year-old daughter, and let me tell you what, I can fucking breathe wrong, and she gets pissed off. The wind changes directions, God damn it, it's the end of the world.
Okay, so I'm thinking like little boy versus little girl. Like, my nieces, they're hard to please. My nephews, like, you give them a sandwich and you give them a TV screen with a video game controller, they happy. They
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I get it, dude. You feed me, you entertain me, I'm done, dude. I'm a happy camper.
Man,
And
girl-
fuck, that's the same way now.
My daughters ain't that easy, man. I do anything and everything for them.
My nieces ain't that easy, dog.
But I love them. No matter what, I fucking
yeah.
love them. All right. 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone releases. 19 years ago. If that don't make you feel fucking old.
That's the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
makes
first
sense.
adaptation, or however you say it.
Yeah, the first movie adaptation, which is the only movie adaptation.
And really, they hold up well to this day. I can still sit and watch every one of them.
See, I don't know if I've seen the first one in a very long time.
I've never read the books, though.
Well, I mean, I read the first 2 books, and it was like my mom told us that the only way we were allowed to go see it is if we read the books.
Ah.
So I read me and my sister both read the first one. My sister fell in love with it. She read the second one. I read all of the second one, and when the third movie was about to come out, I read about half of it and decided I didn't care anymore.
Right. The movies
But then
were
my mom was like, "You can just go see it. I don't
The
care."
movies were good enough.
Yeah.
And Prisoner of Azkaban, that was the third one, right?
Yep.
That was actually my favorite film of the series.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
I think Gauntlet of Fire would be mine.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. What am I thinking Gauntlet for? I don't know. Probably comic book related.
Gauntlets.
Gauntlets.
They're tough. All right. And stay presidential themed. On this day in 2008, Barack Obama was elected.
Oh boy.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if we all acted like dogs?
Walking around sniffing butts and shitting in people's front yards?
Yeah, but here,
Probably dope, dude. Except, like, I wouldn't be sniffing, like, dudes' butts. I'd be sniffing a bunch of girl butts.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, definitely. But here's what I want to do. I want to have somebody take me on a walk, just so I can drop trowel and pinch off a big old fucking mighty loaf on the side of the road while I stare at them. That would be the best part. I just want to look somebody in the eyes as I'm shitting.
Man, I watched a video the other day on Facebook where it's these people sit, like, you're about to shit in front of a complete stranger, and it was one of the weirdest fucking videos I've ever seen.
Oh,
It was fucking dumb as fuck. They were acting like it's all spiritual and shit. It's fucking weird.
How the hell? Look, talking about shit again every episode. But like, I just want to yell at random people that walk by. That'd be fucking dope. Like, just let me yell at somebody, and the moment they walk away, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Dogs are the most
See-
bipolar motherfuckers there are.
Yeah, true. And see, like, when I had my first apartment, I would tell everybody, like, my roommates and shit wanted to get a dog, and I told them we didn't need one because I was a dog. Because I'm like, I'll eat your fucking scraps. I get excited when you come home, and I'll go on walks with you.
Right.
And people were like, Shorty, come here, bud. And I'm like, yo.
I'll probably never whistle for you because I'll feel bad doing that.
Well, no, see, that's fine because I was raised that way. Like, my parents raised us to respond to whistles because instead of you, hey, kids, where you at? Kind of that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you hear, you come running.
I don't know. See, that was one of them things like I try not to do to my kids. I'm weird about it. And not just because I can't snap, but I hate it when people snap at their kids. I don't know, something
Like-
about that. Yeah.
Snap?
Like, I don't like, maybe it's because I can't snap. I don't know.
No.
I've tried. Look at it. That's the best I got.
That's funny. I've had people.
Did you hear that?
I did
I
hear
just
that.
fucking snapped. Oh, that was like 2 in a row.
Golly.
Holy fuck. I'm a lot of
excitement.
years old and I just snapped trying to act like a goddamn dog.
But no, seriously, like, I respond, like, if I whistle for people, it's because I was raised that way. Like, I get confused why other people don't respond. Like,
Really?
Yeah, all the time, dude. And, like, we eventually, in my first apartment, we got a fucking dog, much to my dismay. And me and a bunch of us, we got together and we all went to a fucking dog park. And literally, probably the worst place I've ever been to because of how I was raised. I hear. What?
You just
the
come fucking
dude?
running.
And dude, I'm looking around like, what the fuck do these people want? And like, outside of here and shit, like I've met a few other people who whistle for like each other, and like I turn around and I look around every single time.
Oh,
And I had an ex-girlfriend thought I was being stupid disrespectful because I was whistling for her. I was like, why the hell didn't you come over here? She was like, why would I? You didn't call my name. I was like, no shit, it's a crowded room. Why the fuck would I scream your name when I could just whistle and you come over here? Well, I'm not a dog. Don't whistle at me. Better. I was like, no shit, you're not a goddamn dog.
That's kind of how I was raised. Like, you don't whistle at people. But I mean, to each their own.
I mean, whatever,
if
dude.
it works.
Like, my mom has a loud as fuck whistle. Like, I mean, it is overpowering. I can hear it, like, at the end of my neighborhood.
Did your parents ever do that thing where they'd take a grass blade, put it between their thumbs, and whistle with it?
Yeah.
My dad used to do that shit, and it drove me nuts. It'd be so fucking loud.
Yeah. But see, my mom can whistle with her fucking fingers and shit.
Yeah, I seen that
And
shit
see,
before.
I
too.
know how to do that, too, because she taught me. And it's loud as fuck. And that was our call to come home. Like, when dinner was ready, Mom would sit there and blurt out a whistle. And I'd be anywhere, dude, in this neighborhood. I'd be like, time for dinner. And I'd just leave. My friends would have no idea until, like, that, like, a couple of years of hanging out, they figured it out. And then they would hear the whistle, even if we weren't hanging out. Like, the Hoffmans are having dinner. Seriously, dude. It was the way it was.
My shit, when I was younger, there was no whistling, there was no calling. It's just, I hope my son comes home at some point today. Dude, I was never at home. I was always outside, and fuck it. I was at least a mile or two away from my house. I wasn't hearing shit. My parents just let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
It shows.
It probably does. But, back to presidential shit.
Okay.
That's what we do if we acted like dogs. But, what would you do if you were president?
What would I do if I was president?
First thing I do is Google what the fuck do I do as a president.
I would reinstill the death penalty.
Yeah.
And I would do it publicly. I would bring back public hangings.
There was a fucking president that was a hangman. I think it was Grover Cleveland. Yeah, it was Grover Cleveland. Mm-hmm. He was a hangman.
Dope. I would bring that shit back in a fucking heartbeat. I would do it publicly and I would live stream it.
That would be a good idea. Like, how else would deter?
That would be the only reason. People are like, oh, that's a harsh thing to do. No, motherfucker. Like, if you see a motherfucker dying, guess what? You know not to fuck with this shit.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck. Like, they're like, all right, we're gonna put it. You know, we're gonna put this guy down. You know, whatever. Like,
we're gonna put him down.
We're gonna put him down or whatever. And like, okay, cool. You know, turn on the cameras. What do you mean turn on the cameras? Yeah. And honestly, like, I would do it, like, I would probably do it the fastest way I think I could. Like, if I had if we did it in an electric chair, I would just amp up the fucking voltage to make it look excruciating painful, but it wouldn't be like you would die, like, instantly or whatever. Because I'm not going to do I'm not going to do it to, like, torture anybody. I just want them fucking dead. So...
I mean, your answer is way more darker than anything I had.
It would just deter everybody.
I was just going to outlaw peppermint in anything.
You fuck off, guy.
I mean, you take away peppermint, a lot of people are going to be a lot less angry. Because let me
I'm
tell
going to
you,
be a fucking sad if you take it away.
let me tell you something. Last year, they brought eggnog back, right? So it's this time of year they bring the eggnog.
You're barking up the wrong tree, dog.
So I go into UDF and I fucking get an eggnog. It says holiday nog. I think it's just eggnog. I open this motherfucker up, take a big swig, spit that shit out. So, in case anybody is fucking wondering, holiday nog is eggnog with peppermint in it. Stay the fuck away from it. If you don't buy it, they won't make it. That's what we need to do. Presidential, no more peppermint. Ice cream, you gotta take the cherries out of it. There's no more cordial ice cream.
You fucking asshole. You get the fuck out, dog.
Not
you
a
are
chance.
stepping on all kinds of my shit.
Look. Cherries are cool and all. The only fruit that needs to be in ice cream is just plain ass strawberry ice cream. Like Neapolitan style. That strawberry is so delicious.
That's not even real fucking strawberries.
Exactly.
No, dog.
I don't need the fruit chunks
Bro,
in my
it is
ice
so
cream.
goddamn good. Like, I'm all down about the fucking cherry cordial. Absolute one of my top favorites. And the other one that's my fucking top favorite is mint chocolate chip.
Oh God.
No, bro. Like, seriously, those are the top two contenders. Now I want some fucking ice cream.
That was my mom's favorite ice cream.
Really?
Was mint chocolate chip,
Yeah.
and she was a psychopath.
Well, fucking chalk me up with her. But no, fucking pineapple sherbet, dude. These little pineapple chunks. Oh,
That's sherbet. That ain't even ice cream.
yes, it motherfucker.
Sherbet deserves fruit. Okay? I can get down with fruit and sherbet.
Deserves fruit.
It does. It's sherbet. It even sounds fruity.
All right, cool beans. Now fucking strawberry chunk, like, dude, like, I ain't even seen strawberry chunked ice cream. But if it's got strawberry chunks in it, dude, I fucking want it.
Any strawberry ice cream outside of Neapolitan, I feel like it has.
I guess I haven't been looking hard enough. Dude, there's a fucking ice cream parlor down in Covington that has, like, peach ice cream. And, dude, it is the fucking bomb.com. And it's got, like, little pieces of peaches in it. Like, dude, I am all down about that shit.
Next thing I'm doing as president. Sundays, you're not allowed wearing pants. Look, we all wear pants every day to work, all the fucking time. Don't nobody want to wear fucking pants. Pants are optional on Sunday. If you don't want to fucking wear pants, you ain't got to wear pants. You can go out to eat. Even if you got your mask on, you ain't got to wear pants. Your ass can hang out, but not your nose. All right? So, you got to go to work on Sunday.
Now,
your employer's a jerk. You got to work. You ain't got to wear pants.
Are you gonna instill the law also that you have to wear underwear of some kind?
Oh, damn. Well, yeah, that should probably be on there.
Yeah, that should definitely be on there.
I mean,
because like, I don't want to see a bunch of dicks, and let's be honest, there's some ugly ass pussies out there.
There is.
So like, I don't want to see no dicks, because like even the prettiest of dicks is an ugly dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can ask any queer from here to Vine, like that's the way it be.
That'd be my first things that I would do as president, though. Yeah.
I mean, dope, buddy.
All right, let's hear from the dimwits and dummies today.
Oh boy, that guy.
That fucking guy.
Greetings, humanoids, goblinoids, and all the other oids in between. Do you like talking about Dungeons & Dragons? Do you enjoy listening to other people talk about Dungeons & Dragons? Or talk about any other role-playing games? If you say yes to any or all of these, join me and Autumn Midas on the Dimwits and Dummies podcast, an open discussion on our take on how to improve your game from the perspective of game master to player characters. Embrace your flaws and learn that everyone loves D&D. They just don't know it yet.
It's that time.
That time.
Time to be educational.
Educational.
Everybody loves to learn shit.
I do.
What the fuck facts of the day?
Yay.
Presidential theme. All right, here we go. George Washington, who had no party, actually. His teeth weren't wood like everybody thinks they were.
Nah, they were fucking donkey teeth and fucking
All the research I read was animal teeth,
yeah.
brass screws,
Yep.
lead,
Yeah, I heard that one too.
gold wire, and hippo ivory.
Hippo ivory.
This motherfucker had everything in his mouth.
And them motherfuckers, those are some expensive ass teeth.
Right?
Like, ivory is not cheap.
No, it's not. James Monroe traveled from Paris, France to Madrid, Spain by mule.
What?
He rode an ass on his ass a long distance.
That's how I want to travel the country. I want to ride ass across it.
Ride ass across the goddamn country. There's actually a lot of fucking good presidential facts.
Oh, I imagine.
And I could only pick a few of them, but there's some really good ones. Like ones that I would have picked had I felt like I could devote more time to that one fact.
Right.
But, next one. John Quincy Adams, skinny dipped in the Potomac River daily.
Daily?
A female interviewer once sat on his clothes and refused to give them to him until he conducted an interview with her.
That's awesome.
So, look. Presidents been perverts forever. Martin Van Buren, accredited for the phrase okay. His campaign slogan was, well, Old Kinderhook. So people would say, okay. Kinderhook was really, it was where he was from. Kinderhook, New York. Never heard of it, but it's kind of neat knowing that's where the phrase okay came from.
Neat.
James Polk banned fun activities from the White House.
Fun activities?
Yes. They weren't allowed to drink. They weren't allowed to play games, etc., etc. Fuck you, James Polk. You were probably the start of everything bad in this country.
Huh. Probably.
Franklin Pierce. Huh. Look, I'm not a Trump fan, but we all grab her by the pussy. It's so awful. Yeah, it's awful. But you know what he didn't do?
What's that?
Franklin Pierce was arrested for running a woman over with his horse. No jail time.
Well, of course not.
That's crazy.
Was he president when that happened, do you know?
It either happened while he was running or when he was first elected.
Well, obviously it happened while he was running. He was on a horse.
Yeah, he was on a horse.
He ran some bitch over.
I'm so glad you walked through that door because I didn't see myself open it. Like, could you imagine running over a motherfucker on a horse? How does that even work?
How did the horse do it? Like,
Right?
because like normally, like I don't know, I'm not big on horse facts, I suppose, but I feel like the horse would just like avoid the person. You know what I'm saying? Unless this bitch like runs in front of the horse, like, no, stop, Mr. President. He's like, meh. Fucking runs that bitch over.
If he did it on purpose, like, what constitutes...
I don't feel like he
getting
did it
run
on
over
purpose.
by
You
a
know,
horse.
like just thinking about it, it'd be like riding the horse, like, bitch, get out of the way. No, son.
Man.
Toppled you over.
Grover Cleveland. Here's another one for him.
Grover.
Grover Cleveland, his adopted daughter, became his wife in later years. That's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
You raised this girl,
Yeah.
which means this whole time were you like grooming her to be your wife when she became
It is
an
not
adult?
unheard of.
That's so sick though.
And depending on the year, it's actually pretty common. Like, it was actually pretty commonplace, like, way back in the day to kind of do that. Like, if you found an orphaned child or whatever that, you would groom it to be either, like, your wife or the husband for your daughter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way it was, dude. It was fucking wild.
I'm glad I don't live in those times. I wouldn't make it.
No.
I'd be punching everybody. Warren Harding had a daughter out of one of his many affairs.
Ooh.
I bet he was a good president because he had multiple mistresses.
What's his name?
Warren Harding.
He must not be that good of a president because I've never heard his fucking name.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down this man's name, and I'm gonna do a little more research on Warren Harding. Next fact: Harry S. Truman, only president in the 20th century who didn't go to college. That is kind of mind-boggling to me. 20th century.
Yeah, now it's I think it's a rule. Like, you actually have to have some college experience or college degree or whatever to be president. I believe it's a rule now.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some colleges...
Could you imagine a president that's like, I graduated from Arizona State?
Right. I went to ITT Tech.
Why do you have two T's in it? One of the T's should be tech. Why is tech in there twice?
Wow, why is it in there twice? Because it's instituted.
Are you talking about an actual college? Like,
ITT Tech was an actual college.
See that?
I have a friend that went to ITT Tech. I don't think they're around anymore.
see, like,
Pretty sure you have tuition for ITT Tech in your pocket right now.
Who? Me?
Yeah, shit
Not-
was cheap as fuck.
I mean, if it costs me $50 to get a college degree, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like going to school.
I'm pretty sure you go to bartending college for like $50. One more, I didn't write it down, and I'll probably butcher it, but Bill Clinton won 2 Grammy Awards for a spoken word album. Or he had 2 nominations. I know, right?
Spoken word album?
Yes.
So,
And he played saxophone.
I didn't know that. I knew he played the saxophone, but like, it's just him speaking, and people thought it was entertaining and soothing, so they gave him a Grammy nomination.
Well, I mean, I would nominate what you just did right there.
You stop it.
I mean, I got a little boner.
God bless.
All right, so we're going to add a little news segment to the day before we wrap it up.
All right.
We're going to call this the Inner Idiot of the Day. And I want you guys to know how much I appreciate every one of you listening. Like, Without you guys, I'm just some idiot on a microphone that thinks he's funny.
Oh, okay. So that I remember. I know what you're talking about. So should we call it the outer idiot because we are the inner idiot?
Maybe.
I think I like the way that rolls better. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the outer idiot.
Yeah.
The person on the outside listening in.
Thinking on the fly.
I got you, dog.
I keep you around.
I got you, dog.
So, this is our way of, giving you a little thank you, a little shout out. So today's outer idiot of the day, say that 6 times fast, is Alex Collins. Alex Collins is the biggest Green Bay fan out there. He's also got the biggest calves. This man's calves deserve their own zip codes. I'm telling you, they are huge.
Did he play football or something like that?
Yes, he played football.
I imagine that's why, because that motherfucker, like, some of those football players, dude, like, their calf muscles are the size of my fucking head. And I got a big-ass fucking head.
But he's a gentle giant.
Yeah?
He is. And a big congratulations to him and his wife. They're expecting their first kid.
Ooh, boy.
So let's give 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Alex Collins. Woo! Thank you for listening. I think that's all we got for today, people.
Excellent.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
when the world is burning around you, get marshmallows and make s'mores.
Yeah.
Cue the music. We out.